there's a couple of things about this project that make it important to the province of Saskatchewan. I think one thing is, if I look at my ministry's strategic plan, we have two main objectives. One is improved safety and environmental sustainability, and the second thing is about the efficient travel of people and goods. So when I look at this project, this project basically meets both of those objectives, right? When I look at the safety side, all you have to do is look at the impacts that have happened on Highway 1 east of Regina since the project opened in November of 2017.
On this project, we've managed to define at the very early stages a real partnering spirit. We defined common goals and objectives, and this was the basis of the relationship during the past 4 years. That's basically the motto, one project, one team, that we defined back in October 2015.
This project is important to the Saskatchewan people for three main reasons. First off, being safety. The Highway 1 East corridor was a dangerous corridor that saw many serious injuries and fatal collisions occurring on that corridor. Since October of 2017, when Phase 1 was opened, there has been no serious injury or fatal accidents that have occurred on that corridor. The second driving factor is removing the congestion on Victoria Avenue East. With the bypass being fully opened in October of 2019, commercial vehicles can now bypass Victoria Avenue and travel the bypass at 110 kilometers per hour. The third driving factor of this project is better connectivity to our national highway system. Our national highway system consists of Highway 6, 39, 33, Highway 1 West and East, as well as Highway 11. With the better connectivity to our national highway system, this will promote economic growth and development in Saskatchewan and create jobs for Saskatchewan people.
Being a P3 project, I think that has contributed significantly to the success of the project. The partnership part of the P3 is fundamentally the reason why the project has been successful, because people came together with a shared goal and a shared vision, which really led to the one team, one project mindset. And that allowed us to work together, and when we faced challenges, which we did, we came together to figure a solution based on the common goal that we were all looking for.
So on the Regina Bypass, we built a total of 33 bridges, part of 9 major interchanges, 2 of which are system interchanges, which allows vehicles to complete all their movements at the high highway speeds, about 110 kilometers an hour. Then we have 2 major creek crossings and 4 rail crossings as well.
We created a team, and by creating a team which was really united with the same objectives on all levels of the site, we have facilitated both the safety culture and also the technical points we have been through and difficulties we have been through. And because of that, the fact that everybody was working on the same way, I think we have done a project which is not only technically good, but with a minimum of impact on the stakeholders and the public.
We saw from very early, right back at bid stage, that the key to number 1, securing the project, and number 2, delivering it successfully, was about the team and every part of the team bringing a skill to the party, for the want of a better word. And I think it's evidenced by the fact that we opened Phase 1 on time back in end of October 17. That went very well, and it's looking very positive, and we're really optimistic and confident that we'll open the entire bypass sometime in October. And again, that's a testament to the team and what each element of the team brings in a P3 process like this.
Well, when I look back at the project, and I get asked, why do we think it was successful, and why do we feel that the outcome is a positive outcome, which we've got, I have to look at the one project, one team. I think that fundamentally that was the biggest part of this. Projects and construction, it's all about the people, and having everybody feel equal and part of the team and part of the solution and all contributing to the success, fundamentally is where we ended up with the outcome that we have.
As an engineering company, improving quality of life, reducing head-on collisions and other type of collisions is something we strive for every day. To meet those outcomes is something that is extremely satisfying on a project like this.
We used a new type of pavement, a mechanistic design on this asphalt, and that allowed us to maybe put a little thinner structure, but a stronger structure in place. That was developed by our internal laboratories, and in conjunction with that, we also put in some testing apparatus that allows us to get real-time monitoring of the stresses and strains in the pavement, as well as the temperature, which allows us to, in the future, maybe optimize those pavements further.
We use two different major types of girders on the Regina Bypass. Steel girders, which were used for more complicated bridges, longer spans, on curves, or in unique circumstances where we needed a very unique solution. And then we used concrete girders, which are for more simple spans, more straightforward bridges on shorter, smaller road crossings or the small rail crossings.
Our traffic plans accomplish two things: the safety of the motorist and the safety of the workers. They go hand in hand. We have to share the road space in some situations, and so we have to put signage up so that the motorist knows where to go and what to do to get through our work zones safely. Our traffic control plans are focused on the safety of the worker as well as the motorist. So what we try to do with our traffic control plans is ensure that they are set up correctly according to the plans. The engineering has been done for us in a lot of cases, so we just have to basically follow the plan and monitor it to make sure it's flowing correctly, and then make some modifications if necessary.
A few of the key safety initiatives that the bypass used while we were on site was our mass monthly safety meetings, where everyone from the site came and joined us. We would talk about things like our near miss trending, our incident trending, upcoming work scopes, work left to be completed. And then we also had a behavioral incentive program where we selected and recognized workers for going above and beyond in safety.
We're extremely proud of our safety record that we achieved on the Regina Bypass project. It's one of the largest infrastructure projects in the province of Saskatchewan, and we were able to achieve industry-leading statistics.
So I was born and raised in Saskatchewan, and being part of the province's largest infrastructure project is very exciting. I get to make my mark on what's happening in the province and how people get around from day to day, and I think most importantly is there's an impact to safety in that the traveling public are going to be that much more protected from the risks of going from place to place, and to me that's the thing that really matters at the end of the day.
Traffic control is all about communication. There's a lot of communication that goes into notifying the motorist what they need to do. We try to do that ahead of time with social media. There's a lot of effort put into advertising upcoming detours and road closures and lane closures. Daily lists were put up on social media so that people following us could see where the closures were going to be and hopefully avoid the traffic delays.
I think protecting the environment for the Regina Bypass project was important because it shows that on a project of this scale, we can successfully implement and achieve environmental protection and minimize any impacts.
I mean, you're obviously very proud to have been able to contribute to a project of this size. I mean, it's a legacy project, and it will be, you know, it'll create a legacy here in Saskatchewan, which is great. For me personally, I moved here with my family 3 years ago, and we've loved every minute of living here. You know, you're 15 minutes from the office. It really allows you to get the work-life balance right. We don't have any crazy commutes every morning. And I mean, for me, my daughter was born here 2 years ago, so I suppose as well as the Regina Bypass, I have another memento of Regina that I probably will have to keep with me for the rest of my life. So it's been good, yeah.
One of the things on this project that I'm the most proud of personally is the rapport that we created with the client, with the ministry. The ministry had engineers on staff that they had hired to oversee our work. And we worked really hard to do a good job and earn their trust. So when issues would come up, they knew ahead of time that we were a receptive audience, that when they would bring concerns forward, we wanted to know those concerns and we were eager to fix them and rectify them as quickly as we could. So it's one of the things I'm the most proud of on this project is how well we worked with the client and the client's engineers.
I think the other thing that's important is the fact that everybody was focused on a common objective. So they worked through solutions and they didn't throw problems over the fence to each other and say, hey, this is your problem, you need to go away and figure this out. Everybody was focused on getting this project done on time. So we would sit down, work through the objectives, work through the problems, and come up with a common solution that we could work together that worked for both parties to get it done so that we can complete the project on time.
One of the most satisfying parts of this project for me was being able to be invested in the project from day one. I was part of the initial bid phase of the project where we worked with the client to develop the final details of what everything was going to look like. I was on site when most of the project was farmers' fields, and to see the project grow from nothing to this infrastructure project that's saving lives, that's keeping people safe over a relatively short span of 4 years has just been incredible to be part of.
Having a one project, one team concept was really important on this project. We have 4 different companies with different ways of working, and people having the mentality of working differently. Bringing them into one team that thinks the same way and operates the same way is really critical to make a project like this successful. We were integrated in that from the top management to the bottom of the field workers, and it worked really well on this project.
So one project, one team, I think, was critical to the success of the project, that everybody kind of dropped their own corporate banner and became part of an RBDB construction team.
How does the bypass compare to other projects? I think on this project, everybody has tried to succeed together. It was not about, I need to win against the other. When there is a problem, there is no winner, no loser. Either we all win or we all lose. And that's quite difficult to achieve this when you have such amounts at stake and so many risks on a project. So I believe on this project particularly, we've been able to really act as one project, one team.
One of the reasons the Regina Bypass was so successful was due to the great relationships that were established on the project. A lot of efforts were put forward to develop the one project, one team philosophy. And fortunately, we had a lot of great leaders on each of the organizations that really took this seriously and brought this back to their teams. We were able to continue the momentum in building relationships by being co-located, and this helped us develop strong relationships with one another.
Delivering the Regina Bypass project on time, on budget is one of the greatest achievements of my professional career. We are so proud to be able to provide a great piece of infrastructure for the province. And personally and professionally, everybody involved in this project has developed so much by the things that we've got to do. And it's a project that all of us will remember probably as a milestone to our professional and personal careers.
I want to take this opportunity to personally thank everybody who's contributed to the success of this project, whether it's staff, workforce or stakeholders. Over the last 4 years I've been humbled and privileged to work alongside and see the dedication and hard work that you've put in. I think what we've done is we've shown our companies and the industry as a whole that if we work together for a common goal, work with respect and trust, we can achieve anything. Thank you.